guys, before I get started with my process video, I wanted to show you some of the new amazing sequins that Jody has in the shop. Some of the very newest ones are this magical unicorns, and it is a gorgeous shimmery iridescent purple. It's got different colored unicorns in there, some gold tiny matte sequins. It's just gorgeous. And we've got this hippity hoppity. It's got these beautiful, they're kind of a clear pearl finish flower, some little bunnies, some really pretty blue flower sequins, and then these spiral ones. Let's see, Spring Fling, which is a super fun mix. It's got, I don't know if I can, it's got these little bow ties in there and some hexagon sequins, some pink, blues, yellows, whites, and stars. Here is the A Heart's Key. It's got these cute, I don't know if you can see it, the cute little gold keys in there, along with some pretty white sequins, some hearts, and it is also gorgeous. I think this is a perfect boy one. It's called Total Coolness, and it's got some light blue, some matte gold, stars that are white, like a speckled large black sequin, like a gray sequin. It is one of my favorites. Let's see what else. Aquatini Dream, beautiful teals. It has this large like doily in there. Gorgeous. Dose of Reality. This has got some purples, blues, silvers, with these large silver sequins. And then finally, the one I'm going to be using for this layout, Boyish Charm, which has some clear, little bit of iridescent, some blue, yellows, and some stars. So I just wanted to come on here real quick and show you what I was going to be working with, and just show you what some of the newest sequins are like. I am going to be using this collection, which is from Michaels. It's called Let's Get Lost, and love the colors in this collection. It goes so well with the Here and There collection. So I'm going to be using bits and pieces from this collection as well. And then I have pulled in a bunch of other random embellishments. So anyway, yeah, so let's just get to my process. Okay, I forgot to mention in my intro that I am scrap lifting a layout by Daisy Scraps, and I posted that layout in the beginning of the video here. And she did a grid design, and that's kind of what I took from it. Kind of went on a course of its own, but I love that you can get inspiration from something without actually, you know, it can give you something to go on, an idea. So when you scrap lift, you don't have to do your layout exactly like, you know, the person you're scrap lifting did. So I have this stencil in my stash that I had bought several years ago from Tuesday Morning, and it had different, 3 different like stencils regarding New York City. And when I had come up with this idea with the envelopes, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with the background. In Daisy's layout, she did some paint strips underneath her dresses, but because I didn't do anything like monochromatic, I felt like adding any color under the colored envelopes would be distracting. But giving that black and white under, you know, in parts of the layout, I really like how that turned out, and it made it so I wasn't scrapbooking just on a white piece of paper. So I'm going to do another stencil here on the side, and it's just going to say NYC, and part of that's going to be covered up, and that's okay. I knew that all along. It's just kind of there for another dimension or another layer. And I'm just using my VersaFine ink with this. I wanted it to be very crisp, so that's why I used the VersaFine. It almost looks like it could be a rub-on when you're looking at it, but it's actually ink and stencil. So I made all of the envelopes with my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, and I have the one for the larger envelope, so this is actually the smallest envelope on that punch board, and it will hold a gift card, and they're approximately 2.5 by 3 maybe, right around there. So I picked out papers from those collections I had showed you at the beginning, the Here and There collection, and then the one from Michael's that I had purchased. And using all of those envelopes, 2 of them I'm going to have the photo sticking out of, and then the 3 of them I'm going to kind of embellish, and then the sequin one I'm going to fill with sequins, and then having the sequins kind of bursting out of that envelope. So I'm going to start laying these out, and with the envelopes I'm just making sure that I don't have, you know, like colors together. What I ended up doing on the inside is these were not double-sided papers, so I just added additional pattern paper to the insides of the, a little bit of the inside of the envelope and the flap, so that would just give another pattern and color there. I'm going to get these lined up and put down, and then I will start embellishing. Now the photos I did pop up on dimension just on the upper part of the photo, just so that it wasn't laying flat. And I decided there really wasn't a need to back the photos in this situation, so I did not back them. And I'm totally fine with that. If I would have backed them, I maybe would have done it in white, but since they're kind of laying against a white background anyway, I didn't feel that it was really necessary, so I didn't do it. So, and these are just 2 photos of myself. I had been invited by a friend who had to go to New York City. This was several years ago. She had to go to New York City for a conference, and she's like, hey, I have a hotel room, and, you know, I have to be kind of gone for most of the day, but if you want to come and hang out, and then we can have dinner, you know, spend the evenings together. And so I did. I flew out to New York, and the days I just literally walked the entire city all day long for, I think I was just there for 2 days, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2.5 or so. And these are just a couple of selfies that I took downtown in Times Square, and I thought I would document them. And to be honest, I really wanted to use that stencil and this little taxi that I forgot to put on the layout, and you'll see that in a bit. So there I added the sequins to the envelope, and then I glued it shut, obviously, so that they wouldn't spill out. And I'll tell you what, I used the glitter glue, and you cannot see this glue through the vellum at all. So I will definitely continue using that on vellum. When it says it dries clear, it certainly dries clear, because I can't see it at all on the envelope. So I started thinking I was going to embellish the envelopes with the photos, but as I moved on, I realized I just wanted to have those envelopes plain so that the photo was the focus and there was not any, you know, any other distraction on each of those envelopes. So I'm taking out the puffy stickers for Here and There, which I did purchase at Tuesday Morning, and I'm going to use a few of those in this layout. And other than that, I'm just going to pull out a few bits and pieces from my stash. I think I used the one that says Be Yourself that you'll see come in on one of the bottom envelopes is from Good Vibes from Crepe Paper. And yeah, I just kind of looked through my stash and pulled out colors that I thought might work. And that's about it. I'm going to use some from, what I think it's the Here and There collection, the black and white travel stickers. I'm going to use one of those. And yeah, so here I am putting down all of the sequins. And this is going to take me just a bit. And I'm trying to place them so they're not right next to each other. And I'm not going to make you watch me put all of those down. So I've finished that up. And you will see I do add a few more little sequin kind of clusters towards the end of the layout as well. Still at this point thinking I'm going to put something on that the one with my layout or my picture, but that's going to go away. So this Statue of Liberty, AC, what's it called? American Crafts, they have digital collections online, and if you have papers from an older collection that you have absolutely no embellishments for or anything, I suggest going to AMericancrafts.com, or it might be AC Digital, but you can find it online, and it's like $2 or $2.99. You can buy the Elements packs that have the digital, like all the digital cut files, and then I just printed them on some photo, well, it was like a matte photo paper, and cut them out and made my own die cuts. So I know they have Whimsical out now, and they've got several much older collections as well. So if you're looking for die cuts and you don't mind fussy cutting, or you can do a print and cut on your silhouette, I would definitely suggest going to the American Crafts digital store and checking out their collections. You can even buy the paper. Obviously, I didn't need the paper, but I do often go and look on that website if I have a collection that I don't have much embellishments for. And it worked out perfectly because there was, you know, here and there die cuts on there that I was able to print out and fussy cut. And I used the Statue of Liberty, and I placed that strategically so that the arm and the torch were kind of made the straight part of the D, so you can still read Broadway correctly and everything. I don't think it would really matter where you put it, but that's what I ended up doing. So you see I added the airplane up in that one of those envelopes, and the Weekend Vibes, and I'm just kind of clustering up, you know, having fun with embellishments. And really, it was just a lot of fun. And you'll notice in my photos at the end that there is a cute yellow rubber taxi that shows up on the envelope on the bottom right. And I can't believe I did this. I pulled that taxi out specifically to use on this layout, and then it got buried in all my stuff. And when I was cleaning up my desk, I found it. So I went ahead and added it after I had already recorded this. But I added it to the bottom, so it will be in the pictures after this. So I'm going through a sticker book. I'm still thinking I'm going to embellish that envelope, and that was just from a sticker book from Michael's, and I end up not using that. And let's see, I think I'm working on that bottom cluster where it's going to say Happy Friday. I brought some wood veneer down to that cluster so that there would be wood veneer in more than one spot. And I had this blue bow in my stash that I thought would be fun to bring the blue down to that corner. And then I did add a little sequin cluster on that envelope as well, just to carry the sequins down to that corner, and you will see there will be a triangle of sequins on the layout as well once I get my third little cluster in there. So I'm going to use this puffy sticker of like luggage or purse or something and put that on the envelope on the bottom left, and then I'm going to put the little cityscape from the here, I think it's the here and there, those black and white puffy stickers, and then I add that blue arrow, which is also from the digital file that I cut out. And I just, again, wanted to pull a little bit more blue over to that side as well. So I really, really loved working on this layout. It was super simple, super fun, because it was just, you know, playing with embellishments, which I think is the fun part. It's the messy part for me because I pull out anything I think I could possibly use on the layout. I pull all of that out and have it setting beside me, and then I'm kind of going through it all, and I make a huge mess, but it's worth it in the end, so it's all right. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's where I'm adding the sequins to that bottom right envelope, and as you can see, that stenciling that I did, a lot of it is covered up, but you can tell that it says NYC, and that's really all I wanted. I just wanted kind of some place for your eye to follow through the page from that top left stenciling and then to that bottom right. It would have, I feel like the layout would have felt a little too heavy on that upper left side without something behind the envelopes on that bottom right side, so that worked out perfectly. And there was also a Statue of Liberty, pretty large Statue of Liberty, in that stencil as well, which I obviously did not use. Maybe I'll use that in another one of my layouts though. So basically all I'm doing is continuing to, you know, finish up here, and I'm going to add my title, which is going to be City Girl. And definitely go check out Jody's shop. I will have the link below, and she's got some beautiful mixes that she just released, and I do have a coupon code which you will see at the end of the video. It is TISA, T-I-S-A 15, and that can save you 15% off of your layout. I really hope that you enjoyed this layout. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I do try to respond to those within a day or so. Yeah, and if you have any questions about how, you know, I don't know, anything. Or if you have ideas that you want me to scrapbook in the future or anything like that, you can leave them in the comments below. Here I'm going to add my final little cluster. And looking at this, I'm almost thinking I should have put a few sequins to the bottom left of the title as well, kind of framing that title. And I may go back and do that. I'm not sure. But I'm looking at it now, and that's the one thing about doing voiceovers is you get another perspective of what you're looking at. So here's the close-up shots, and I hope you all have a great day.